Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Datu's Corner Live. So I'm going to start talking about this right now. No one's on yet, but this will be available for rebroadcasting, watching later. So what is Datu's Corner Live? So I've made some stuff in the past that's pre-recorded. So I've talked about different things in the martial art world, specifically the Filipino martial art world, and I try to make some for more education and stuff. So I've done some live posts in the past. I've had some pretty good success with them. So I decided that I wanted to go with this full blown live all the time. It gives me an opportunity not only to talk about things, but then people can actually come in and talk about comments. So what is today's topic? So this is about piracy in the Filipino martial arts. It's not what you think it is. So first of all, before we start, I want to thank everybody. We had a great seminar this past weekend. Went through Panatukan Phase 1. We have the next one coming up in June. So I'll have information on that coming up. Also, anyone who is in the Manchester, New Hampshire area, I'll be teaching a physical seminar out there. Oh, I froze. A physical seminar. Hopefully the froze didn't. Over at the Martial Arts Symposium hosted by Terry Dow, which is one of the Superfoot Wallace schools. Now, this is going to be rebroadcasted on multiple platforms. So please, by all means, like, share it if you feel appropriate. Subscribe to channels and stuff along those lines. So let's get into this. What am I talking about? Piracy in the Filipino martial arts. And if someone give me a thumbs up out there, let me know that they can hear me. That would be great. New technology, still getting used to it. But what am I talking about? What's with this? Piracy in the FMA? How do you pirate FMA? Am I talking about stealing techniques? And the answer is no. It has nothing to do about stealing techniques. You can't steal techniques. Great. I'm glad, Howard. Thanks. Loud and clear, Mr. Scott. That's great. Good to hear from both of you guys. All right. Now, what I mean is that, and this is going to be educational, and if you wait to the end or watch it later, I'm going to have things to help people out. The piracy I'm talking about is that people steal images for their martial programs. Now, and I've seen this all around the world in other systems, but it seems more rampant in Filipino martial arts. And I've got a few examples here. I've got multiple screens, so when I'm looking around, and if you hear some loud animal in the background, is my baby Tears with me. So sometimes when I'm not talking to him, he will go a little crazy. Hey, Jeff, doing well, my friend. All right, so there are plenty of outlets to get stuff in the future when it comes to graphics, and I will share that with us. But I've had a few personal experiences, and I've had a bunch of other people who've had their stuff taken. And we have a group of us, and what we do is we look out for after each other. Because when I do artwork, it's my artwork. When I have someone do it for me or whatever. But what I hate to do is put all this time and effort into doing or having graphics done. So coming up with a concept and finding an artist to put it to paper to really execute my image. And then for someone randomly around the world yanking my image off and putting it on their website. Now, what I've done and what I've had to do is now, theoretically, you have to understand when you take somebody else's image and you use this on your website for advertising, you could owe someone tens of thousands of dollars. And with a small investment, possibly under $20, you can have graphics made for you. And I'll share that website later. So I'm going to have a few examples of this. And of course, I have my phones on here, so I have to make sure that I silence things so we are not bugged while we're doing this. So I'll put that to there. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to share a couple things out there and a couple stories, some personal experiences. So an acquaintance of mine Loki Jurgensen, he's a dog brother. He put out the FMA database, which helped our community. Has been some of the most ripped off stuff from his website. He's up in Vancouver, big movie, television show industry. They've done things like 21 Jump Street, the Stargate series. A lot of movies are filmed up there. And he's got a bunch of industry students. And not only he's had professional images done to promote his website because he trains a bunch of them. And people have taken not only some of the images, but some of the images, faces of the people, not and without permission. And I've seen, we'll talk about this. So you may have seen this image right here. I'm getting used to the software on the internet before. You may or may not. Well, here's another one you may have seen. The fist with the sticks, kind of hard, a little smaller. I'll go a little larger here. There we go. You may have seen this on websites before. They say, hey, it's only a hand. Yeah, but it's not your hand. All right. Let's go with this one. Here's a good one. Now, this is Loki. If I'm not mistaken, this is Loki himself, little Kirby Krabong. And if I'm not mistaken, oh, here we go. The double knives. This is one that's used quite a bit, I see. And this next one, okay, this I have seen more than any image out there. And I reach out to Loki and I go to him, hey, did you know that blah, blah, blah is using this image? And it's like, no permission. He does takedown notifications all the time. So, so Tim, why do you care about this? I'll tell you why I care about this. One, it's a poor example for our industry. Two, the big one is people have done this to me. So what I'm going to do is close this down. I'm going to go back out and I'm going to show you. So I have a youth martial arts program. I put a lot of time and effort into my program. But more importantly, I took a lot of time to find the proper artist to do it justice. So I have a little and junior Arnis program. So as this takes a moment, because technology is wonderful when it works, but not so good when it's not. So I have my youth stick fighting program. So the background on this, I did myself. I get some stock work, and I did this in Publisher. That's the WMA logo, the World Modern Alliance logo. And good morning, Carl. And Carl's a good person because he's a paralegal and he can tell us about legal stuff, but we're not going to bring him into this one right now. So this logo is used. These are my images. That's one of my girls. So one of my boys stick fighters, the one I use the most, and the one that's ripped off the most. As we continue through here. Okay. Now, the one that's ripped off the most for me is this one right here. Now, listen, here's the deal. I went out. I spent money to have this done. If someone wanted to take the concept, then, that's one thing. Hey, Maria, hope you're doing well up in Toronto. But taking the concept and taking the artwork, it's different. I paid money for this. You didn't reach out to me. You didn't ask for my permission. You didn't ask for licensing, if there's a licensing fee. Generally, what I do is I let the people in my organization use this free of charge as long as they're in good standings with me. I've had people from the combatant world reach out to me because, I also do combatant. And a friend of mine in Norway asked if he could use this to promote his program. I go, sure, advertising, but no shirts, no merchandise. Just you want to do it on a flyer, got no problem. But he asked for permission. I said, sure, no problem. Not a big deal. But I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you three instances. So first, I've had a lot of my graphics taken, put on other websites. I've asked people to take it down. They refused. And then I set my guy after them. And then websites get shut down. I don't want to sue anybody. I have the right to, but I don't want to sue. What I want them to do is to take my graphics down. I've made the same mistake when I first started getting on the internet. There's no instruction manual when you log onto the net that says, oh, this is what we're supposed to do. We guess. We make mistakes, and hopefully people will deal with it in a professional way. But this logo right here, I'm going to tell you a good interaction I had. And I'll tell you why this happened. So if you do Google search, so if you okay, so right off the bat, if you go to Google Images, you can take, it says right here, so Google Images. What I'm going to do is take my guy, and I'm going to pop him in. Oh, wrong window. I'm going to pop him in right here. Okay. So now we get to see, there it is, fictional character. Here's similar characters. And this is a really cool way if you want to try to find artists out there. I will take an image off of a website that I like. If it doesn't have someone's name on it, I'll pop it into Google Images to see if I can find the artist, because I might have something that have them do with it. But right here, okay, now, there we go. And I just reached out to these people last night, so I'm waiting to see how long it takes us to take down. So if you go pngegg.com, oh, look at that. Image can't be found. You want to know why the image can't be found? I emailed them last night and said, hey, let me see. Explore. Okay, Deviant. Okay, so there's two. I'm going to talk about that later. There's two websites we use. Let's do this again. So what I'm going to have to do is, okay, so PNG Egg. All right. I don't believe that this website has permission from anybody to use their graphics. This is what I believe. I don't know for sure. So, but right here, last night, my image was here. And then I emailed them and said, it's my image. You don't have my permission. Take it down. Okay. So, let me see. I'm going to go to another one. And I've had other people on Facebook take my image and go from there. But let's do this again. It's probably not going to be there. So the page is gone because I reached out to them and they got rid of it. So that could be how easy things work. But what happened was the Inasano Academy was using that logo for a seminar, a youth seminar they were promoting. Now, they probably got it off of a website like this. I don't blame them at all, because you go to a website like this, like this one right here, the girl with the kick. Here we go. Modern Arnis Cry. I know the website that comes from. I doubt very much they have this permission. Modern Arnis, Southeast Texas. Okay, once again, I doubt very much that this website has permission to use that graphic. That's Earl Tullis, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, here we go. This logo right here. And I'm going to drop this off. What I'm going to do is copy this. This is Terrence up in Toronto, Modern Arnis and Balintawak. I doubt very much these people have permission to use that graphic. So unless Terrence got it off of the website, which I doubt. I'm pretty sure this is Terrence's design. I doubt very much that PNG Egg has that. But what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to open up my messenger and I'm going to send this to Terrence, because no one should be using his image without his permission. There we go. So, yeah, and there's a bunch of us that take care of each other and share these things back and forth. Okay, I'm just going to do this right now, FYI, and paste, and send. sent that to Terrence. It's up to him to do with whatever he wants. But the thing here is that is Terrence's logo. When I see something, I have a few ideas whose this is. Don't know who this kid is, but here they got logos of people's systems on there, and I'm like, I don't want this. Do 999. I don't know what that is. It's not going to work. That's not going to go away. Okay, so but you go through and you see all these things, pictures and such of people using this stuff. Not cool. But the good thing was I reached out to them. I told them they're using my logo. Please take it off. They did. Okay, now, as I was going, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked when I found Terrence's. I had a problem with I didn't have a problem. There was an interaction with the Inasano Academy. They were promoting a Filipino martial arts event for kids. Okay? Real simple, nice and easy. And what they had done was used this logo right here. It came up on my search. Now, this is going to be a perfect example of how interaction should be. I reached out to them. I said, hey, listen, real quick, nothing personal. This is my logo. I prefer if you didn't use it for your program. We ended up talking on the phone. They were so apologetic. They got it off of a website like the one we just looked at. There's so many websites that masquerade as free artwork. Well, there is no such thing. There's a couple websites out there where you can find artists and they put their stuff up and go from there. But this was a great interaction, because they're not trying to rip anybody off. What their whole thing was just trying just trying to promote a program. They went online and they thought they had used something that was legal for them to use, and they were wrong. Hey, Mick, doing good? Good. Yeah, my twin brother-in-law. Yeah, if my twin was 6 foot whatever and looked like Mr. Clean, sure. Now, as there are a lot of people I haven't seen in a while, so what I'm going to do is stop sharing this. Okay, so these are some of the interactions. I'm going to say one more too, which this was a rough one. Okay. Good to hear you. Let me see here. Good to see you, Dad. Yeah, all's well over this way, Nathan. How are things out by you? Okay, so now this next one was a rough one. So there's difference from having inspiration, taking something. Someone took the concept and had their own artist do their own kids with sticks. Hey, more power to them, because they got their own artists and made their own artwork. But this next one. So I've been teaching Filipino martial arts since the 80s. This logo, not the name, I've changed the name a couple times because I was working in different programs. Ultimately, my very first name ended up being my current name. So it's the Horizon Martial Arts. Okay. So I've used this logo. This was the second logo I've ever done, and I kept it the whole time. So I partnered up with some other people. We went the West Seneca Institute of Martial Arts, and then I went back to Horizon Martial Arts. But this image has been used the whole thing. So I've had people reach out to me about this as well. So first of all, this is the stylistic interpretation of the Filipino flag. This is on our modern Arnis diplomas. Now, I've had some people, don't say Paras, uses a similar Filipino logo with a pair of sticks and a blade down the middle. Now, I didn't get it from them because their flag is different. This is literally on the diploma it's on my modern Arnis diplomas that I received from Professor Presas. Even if I saw them and I took the concept but had my own artist, then I'd still make sure the flag is still a little different, But at the end of the day, it's not their artwork. So this is Lapu Lapu. I have him on there. And the funny thing was, I didn't even know who he was. I just knew he was a Filipino fighter. I used it on there when I first started. I go, this is cool. And then I realized, later it was, oh, this is Datu Lapu Lapu. And I'm like, huh, what about self-fulfilling prophecy? I put a guy's, the Datu's logo on my, or image likeness on my, for my school logo. And now I become the Datu. Go figure on that. But another topic. So years later, somebody is using, and this is the logo image stripped away. Now, I remember when I first met Renee Tungsten, I gave my business card and he looked at it, and I was trying to figure out why he kept looking and looking and looking at it. Well, I saw on his sleeve was the symbol that a lot of people use to promote Filipino martial arts. You'll see it. They do it for their festival. You'll see Dean Franco use it on his FMA discussion. But I've been using this since 1990. Okay. So once again, though, it's different artwork. But there was a West Coast modern Arnis practitioner, okay, who's been in my school on multiple occasions. And someone said, hey, did you see so-and-so's t-shirt? I'm like, no, let me look at it. And it was promoting their new brand. I'm like, okay. And to my knowledge, none of us looked. I go, what's the other image look like? Maybe. And the back of it was the name of the school and this image. Now, I'm not talking inspired image that they did themselves. I'm talking they took my graphic and just put his name on it. So I went back, I reached out to the person and said, hey, blah, blah, blah. Imitation's the best form of flattery, but I paid money to have this done. You didn't ask for it. Then I had to go back and forth and prove to him that it was my logo. And yes, Bill, definitely need to get things copyrighted, trademark, and stuff of that nature. That goes a long way. So I go back and forth, and then I walk around my school, and I've got screenshots of this because I always save stuff just to cover my butt. So I go around with my phone, taking pictures of the back graphic of my van because I had it on my back window. I take the pictures of my doormats because I have it on my doormats. I have fight shorts. I had this, I had that, I had the other thing. Finally, he admits that, I guess it is yours. And then says to me, well, I just got it off of a website. And then he proceeds to grab another generic image that was not his off of a website and put something. Now, eventually he had something made by himself, but I'm just saying, I just got it off of a website. Okay. And this person's older than me and should know better. And it's just the whole thing of, whatever. We can't do that. Oh no, whatever. One, it makes us look so unprofessional. And I see this in Europe. I see this in South America and other places in the world. I see it in the Philippines a lot. They take our images all the time. Though the last one of them, I'm going to go into some resources for everybody. I remember the first time I saw my face on a t-shirt. And it wasn't a t-shirt. I only put my face on a t-shirt once. And that was when we did the Legends of FMA tour. It was, Michael Huron, Max Palin, Grandmaster Bobby Tawada, and myself doing on tour. So that I put my face on it. It was the whole 4 horsemen of the FMA, blah, blah, blah. All right. But Datu Dieter has done some events in Germany, and he's put our photos as the instructors on the shirts. I'm like, okay, but the first time I saw it was in the Philippines. There's a picture of a Filipino martial arts shirt and have all these people and images and stuff. And lo and behold, there's the image of me. And I had an image done, a portrait done by Ed Parker Jr. And they harvested that image and put that on there. Now, actually, someone had it done for me, then I bought the rights. That was $2,000 at the time to own it outright. And people are using the image without any permission. Now, there are cheap methods of getting graphics, but at the end of the day, it's like, come on, do you really need to do that? Now, like I said, when I went back and forth with this person, he admitted that he took it. He doesn't remember where he got it. I just got it off some website, and then went off and got some other stuff. As an industry, we've already got a bunch of bad images because we walk around in t-shirts and sweatpants and shorts and stuff like that. Now, I wear uniforms, but at the end of the day, I also will wear just a t-shirt and such, and pants, of course. And so my guys will wear fight shorts, but when we're at formal events, we want to have that formal image. And if you're trying to attract people to your club and stuff like that, you want a professional image. And we don't want you don't want to take somebody else's image. You want your own image. Now, let's get into that. So what I'm going to do is what I've been talking about this whole time is how do you, this is for education. So I'm going to pull up something right now. And there's two places I would recommend artwork for. So let's first I'm going to show some video stuff. And you will be shocked on how inexpensive it is. And I will tell you where you can have them done. And, okay, hold on. Ah, here we go. So let's go. I invested in 50 of these. 50. Okay, so let me first get this set up. I haven't shared a video yet, so I don't know how this is going to work. Okay, so there's sound with this. I don't know if I can't hear it because of what I'm using right now. That's for Horizon Martial Arts. Okay, let's see if it goes to the next one. Yes, it does. Does it go to another one? And I love these. I've had them done for several projects. Okay. Of course, the loading rate's a little off, because, my computer that I'm using is not the powerful one. All right. One more after this, and then we're going to wrap it up with the this demonstration. Okay, that's enough. And they go on. Like I said, I got 50 of these. Now, how much do you think I paid for that? See if anyone's still listening. Someone throw out a number. How much do you think I paid for 50 of these? I think everyone fell asleep because I talked so much. Anybody? Anybody? No one's commenting? Okay. $500, Scott said. $500. Okay. Howard is like, I don't know. Hey, Howard. Here we go. Wait for it. Jackie, now 500. All right. So so here we go. Go one more. So we got Howard says 5. Then a question. Scott says 5. Howard says, I don't know. Jackie says 500. 200 for Scott. 250. That's American, Carl. So he's Canadian, so you got to do the inflation thing. 5,000 and 300. Okay, here we go. You ready? You ready for this? And 750. Okay. So the closest person I saw there was $200. I paid $5. Yes, Mike. You got it, Mick. $5 plus a $2 finance fee. It's a company called Fiverr. Now, here's what they do. You send them a graphic, and they drop it in a whole bunch of stuff. Now, you can spend a lot of money on Fiverr. But there's also a lot of inexpensive people there. Okay, and I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling the site up right now. I'm going to sign into this. Continuing with this. Hold on. I'm just going to get this doing. Nice. Yes. Nice. Okay, got to put all my stuff in here because I didn't prep this. Far be it from me to actually do my work ahead of time. I did the okay. So okay. Here we go. Okay, 750. Oh, take that away. Awesome. Yes, Jeff. It is awesome. So I'm going to share. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to hit that button to make share. I got to pick the screen to share because I'm already looking at this. Here we go. So, and I'm going to get rid of that. So right here, $5. Okay. Oh, where'd it go? I hit a wrong button. Now, some of this stuff is, okay, here we go. I'm going to play this. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Technology works when I know what's going on, but I'm going to see I'm going to find my likes here. Where are likes? Here we go. So I'm going to go to my likes. Okay. So this one, here's the stuff I like doing. So, I use this guy. I upgraded. So I do the Modernist minutes. Here we go. I'm going to use that right there. So 1-day delivery. And my computer's a little slow at the moment because of all the multitasking. Comes with music. Like this one is background music and one version. That's for this for the standard. It's $10. Premium, $70. A whole bunch of things going on. 1-day delivery, transparent logo, 3 versions. That's what I did for my Modernist minutes. So I did $70 on this one. So it's Fiverr, FIVERR.com. Yep. And they do graphic, like, okay, you want to do graphic work, or you need graphics done. You draw them a picture, they'll hook you up. They can do anything. I mean, they do voiceovers. So people in the martial art tournament industry, I gave people leads to go over here. So they're doing musical forms. So they'll edit out. If you got some really hardcore rap that's got some strong language, they can edit that out, mix the beats, make it really cool. I mean, look at the stuff they do. It's amazing. Amazing. And it's inexpensive. Oh, $15 for the basic pack. Okay. This guy. There we go. Phenomenal stuff. Another one is Deviant Art. That's where I got my there we go. I actually kind of spelled it right. This is where I got my chibis done. And my chibis are the little Arnisadors with the bigger heads for the kids. So there's a lot of stuff in here, unfortunately, the girl who does my stuff didn't do it. So I'm going to go Star Wars chibis. Or chibi. So these are a whole bunch of different ones. Now listen, you know what? Yeah. Do I see artwork like this? And I download it and I keep it for my own personal collection. Yeah, of course I do. But I'm not advertising my business with this guy's artwork. Okay. And that's the thing. You go to someone's website that someone paid for a commission to have done. And next thing you know, somebody is ripping it off. And like I said, it happens in a lot of countries that there are very little repercussions. But what you can do, now that's nice if you want to do. So I do a lightsaber program for my kids. It's actually my sword fighting course. I just use lightsabers, and if you want them, by the way, Ultra Saber is a good starter set for those. Really decent. So, but at the end of the day, there's plenty of things out there, plenty of resources to get stuff. Like the girl who did my stuff, she's not doing it anymore, but she was in Canada. We had really good rates. And she's moved on to other things. But I had her do some multiple style artwork. I've had her do superhero stuff. I run a full-time martial arts school, so I have a superhero party. So we have superhero stuff. We do a sword fighting program. So I had a person come in and teach kendo. So we had a samurai look chibis made and stuff like that. We do parties with Halo and Nerf guns. So I had to make me a Master Chief and a Space Marine from not from Warhammer, but from Aliens. And you got Master Chief stuck with a whole bunch of Nerf bullets, So I've done a whole bunch of things to promote my school, and there's plenty of resources out there. And yes, there's several hubs for a lot of independent artists, and a lot of these guys are people, men, women, etc. They're over in Malaysia, they're over in Indonesia and stuff. I've had great response. If I had a couple issues, there's communication and not putting things in thing. But I had one that just didn't work out. I got my money back. Now, I got a credit. But the thing here is, there's no reason at all for us to be pirating each other. Okay, material. I'm sorry. You know what? You teach it. It's fair game. If I pay you to teach me martial arts, that means I can use that material. Now, if I was to take someone's program verbatim and then replicate it without changing anything, okay, I've seen that's a little rough. But right now we're not talking about that. We're talking about the professional image. Now, I've given you two sources. You got Fiverr and DeviantArt, great places to get artists to do stuff, and a whole variety from working on print ads, video, audio, many different types of graphics out there. There's no reason for us to do that. None whatsoever. Now, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank everyone for putting up with me. I'm going to be doing this. On a weekly basis. So this is our Monday morning madness type thing. So I'll have that going on most Mondays. It'll be interesting to see next week because it is my first seminar on the road. So I'm not sure how I'm going to be. It's going to be about a 15-hour round trip. Like I said, for those who are this weekend, I will be teaching at Terry Dow's Martial Arts Symposium. It is the 16th, 17th, and 18th in Manchester, New Hampshire. And, I'll have some stuff there, some sticks and stuff like that. I'll be teaching disarming. I've been told double stick, and I think stick and dagger. I'm not positive. I do know I'm doing a disarming session. Oh, Panatukan. I'm doing Panatukan. Yep, Jesse, I'll see you there too. That'll be great to see you. Hope everything's going up by you guys. Jesse, where'd it go? Oh, shoot. Okay, Jesse. Jesse, where's your school up there? Jesse's got a great school. It does a Kaju Kempo school. It's got some Filipino martial arts in that. Great guy, great personality. If you're ever up his way, definitely you might want to look him up. But he'll be up there, and I'll be seeing him and his students. It'll be a good time. Jeff, I'll be free right after this. So, doing great. Good. Yeah, Jesse, I'm free right after this. So, once I shut this down, we'll be good to go. So, next week's topic, I don't know yet. I will post it like this. Hopefully, there we go. Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Definitely, if you're in that area, go check out Jesse. Even if you're training somewhere, he hosts events and stuff like that. Real top-notch guy. And we will be rolling with our sticks. Yep. All right. So next week, I'm not sure what the topic's going to be. I have a couple ideas. We'll talk about it. But I'm pretty much going to do 11 a.m. on Mondays. I will definitely be doing some evening ones for other people, different time zones, stuff like that. Hey, good to hear from you, Kent. There are some. I'm going to be doing some things, having some guests in, because we're going to be talking some martial art history, and I don't want it just to be from me, because when one person tells you that I saw this happen, I like having verification and a cross section of stuff like, hey, what was your experience here? What was your experience there? It's kind of going to be an extension of the old FMA Talk discussion forum I used to run and Martial Talk. So even though I shut down FMA Talk this year, it's not done. We're going to be doing some virtual stuff with that as well, but it's not going to be a full-time thing. But Monday mornings, 11 a.m., providing nothing crazy is happening, we're going to be doing Datu's Corner live, because I like this interaction so people can ask questions and stuff like that. Okay. I'll have some more stuff in the future. We'll talk about things. Maybe I'll see some of you guys this weekend. Actually, I know I will. Thanks once again for everyone who supported the seminar this past weekend. Our hybrid program is doing really good, and we'll talk more about that. And listen, everybody, please, as usual, stay safe, stay sane, and looking forward to seeing everyone face-to-face in the future. All right. And that's it for this episode of Datu's Corner Live.